Yo, what's going on, my Decepticons? Welcome back to my channel, your spot for DJ mixes and gaming. If you're in the need for some music to get you through your day, whatever you're doing, if it's gaming, driving, studying, whatever, I have got you hooked up. Check out the new mix I just posted called Polygon Era, which is a 90s style drum and bass and breakbeat mix. Just head on over to the playlist section to find this mix and other music that is guaranteed to get your day going. In this episode, I'm going to be giving a quick overview of the things I needed to do in order to get my modded custom PS2 Slim to look like this. Of course, I started off with a plain and basic PS2 Slim model, and taking apart this is actually very simple. All I really needed to do was just remove about 5 to 6 screws. I purchased a cheap strip of LEDs and I removed the rubber coating that's on there to make more room inside of the PS2 Slim. And I also picked up a thin piece of plexiglass from Hobby Lobby. I cut a thin piece of the plexiglass and sanded it down to replace the black glossy strip that goes down the middle of the PS2 Slim. After that, I went ahead and used the Dremel to cut where the plastic is underneath that glossy strip. Next, I sanded it down so that the edges would be fairly smooth as I could tread it to get so that there wouldn't be any jagged edges. And then I got it prepped to spray paint. I also gave the PS2 Slim a wipe down with a wet cloth to get any loose dirt and oil off. For the paint, I chose the Rust-Oleum paint and primer, and this always works good on any of my plastic mods, so I knew I wouldn't go wrong choosing it for the PS2 mod. I of course gave the PS2 Slim shell a couple of coats, let it dry, and then gave it another coat of paint. After the paint job was done, I tried to find the best spot for the LEDs to align up with the hole of the PS2 Slim in the center that I cut out. With the LEDs perfectly aligned, the only thing I had to do now was just put the shell back on and see how everything looked. And that is pretty much how I turned this black PS2 Slim into my modded PS2 for 2022 and beyond. I always enjoyed the slim, clean look of the PS2 Slim, and I just wanted to give it a modern refresh. And this is kind of my aesthetic and my idea of what I wanted it to look like. I guess I got the ideas from the PS4, how the PS4 had the thin LED light in the middle, but I also wanted to combine the white and black contrast that the PS5 had. And so those are where my two ideas came together and kind of culminated into what you see here. So you can see right here that the LED strip still has its own power source. I really didn't want to get into soldering and making this mod overcomplicated. I just wanted it to be simple and pretty straightforward. And I think for the majority of the people watching out there, you guys should be able to do this, because I don't know who out there is good at soldering. I know that can get pretty hard, so this is pretty straightforward. I think I'm about 80% done with this mod. I do have a little bit more cleaning up to do with it, but aside from that, I'm pretty happy at how it came out. On the software mods, I'm using OBS, but I'm using MX4 SIO, and that is an SD card and adapter that plugs into the memory card slot, and I'm able to run and play games from an SD card, which is really good, and there is not a lot of lag with the games. Now, if you've seen in one of my previous videos, I am a DDR fan. I have the dance pads and everything, so the majority of games in here are all DDR, and it's just a lot easier to navigate and load all of my games through the backups in one screen. I don't seem to have any problems using my dance pads or DDR games at all through OBS using MX4 SIO. Everything seems to be working pretty much just fine, as long as I just fix a couple of settings in OBS, but I think that's just part of playing backups in general. I think that's going to wrap it up for this episode, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. You can also join our Discord and drop us a line over there if you have any questions or just want to hang out and chat with us. Other than that, I will see you in the next episode. Peace.